Hello and welcome to i-nastava. This is English language lesson for the third grade of secondary school. Today's topic is mobile games and apps. My name is Rejhana and I will be your teacher for the day. In today's lesson, you're going to define positive and negative effects of using smartphones and create a mobile app. As always, you'll need a pen and a notebook, a device with internet connection, and a QR code reader. First, I'd like you to take a notebook and a pen. Then I'd like you to take your phone and set the timer to 60 seconds. You will press start on that timer when I tell you. First, you will pause this lesson, and when you press start on your timer, you should put your phone down and don't look at it until the time is up. In that 1 minute you have, you need to list as many apps or games you have currently on your phone. So we'll start now. Set your timers. Don't forget to pause the video. Ready, set, go. So, how did you do? How many apps did you manage to note down? Did you first run out of apps or time? And what does that tell you? When you're using your smartphone, what do you do? Do you play different games? Do you mostly use apps that help you learn and make your life easier, or are they mostly for fun? There are so many new apps on a daily basis, and sometimes you can get really overwhelmed by information and different options. Do you think you use them wisely or not so much? How much time do you spend on your phone every day on average? And how does it make you feel? Do you believe you are in control? Think about it for a moment. Do you use these apps and games intentionally, with purpose, or just because you are bored? And what about the ads you see on your social media? Are they somehow connected to your interest? If yes, why do you think that is? Do they just guess what you like and would like to read more about? Or is it something else? Now I'd like you to pause this video and write in your notebooks answers to these 3 questions. The first one, do you think you are addicted to your smartphone or social media? The second, what are the 3 primary benefits you get out of using your smartphone? And the last one, what are the 3 ways in which your smartphone has a negative effect on you? So pause this lesson and write your answers. Now you're going to watch a video where a girl describes how she uses her smartphone. I'd like you to watch it carefully and compare your habits with hers. So, are you similar to her or different in some ways? Here is a vocabulary matching game. All the words are from the video. I'd like you to pause this lesson now and scan the code or follow this link to try to match the words on the left with the definitions on the right. And here is another task with the same vocabulary. The link is bit.ly online vocab, and there is also a QR code you can scan. I'd like you to pause this lesson now and try to do this task. You need to drag the words from the left into the correct gap in the text. There are 3 words which are extra, 3 words you do not need. So pause this lesson, do the task, and I'll see you afterwards. If you follow this link or scan the code, you'll find an interesting infographic about social media. In the introduction to the infographic, you will find the meanings of these abbreviations FOMO and IAD. Please find them and copy them into your notebooks. Then read the infographic and write a summary of these main points of the following topics. The topics are the stress of social media, internet addiction, social media as medicine, and cyberbullying. Please don't copy anything from the infographic, but try to retell it using your own words. You can write 2 to 3 sentences for each section, just to catch the gist of it. So you can pause the video now, do the task, and I'll see you after that. Next, we're going to watch a video called "This Panda is Dancing." What do you think this video is about? Have you ever seen a dancing panda? This is actually a poetic short film within the Time Well Spent movement, and we'll talk more about that movement later. Now I have 2 questions for you. What is the main idea of the video? And do you agree or disagree with the ideas and why? You can also note down anything you find interesting or eye-opening. You can watch it more than once if necessary.
Architects of our digital world, stop, be better, because we can be. And we can see that these systems have been designed with intricacy so that companies can keep our attention indefinitely. I don't want to keep crushing these freaking candies. I don't want these alerts to completely command me. I don't care if that panda bear is dancing. Well, maybe. With a hula hoop. Okay, this is fantastic. I have to share this with my 10 friends and 10,000 strangers. Caption, who wants to throw a panda rager? Great, let me go back about my life. For God's sakes, I'm trying to right swipe my wife. Huh. 30 seconds and just 2 Facebook likes. Or is that just 2 for which I've been notified? Let me go back and check inside and see whose likes I tried to hide. They don't show them all, I wonder why. This panda's dancing. And another video plays after automatically. This one of a gopher that stage turns dramatically. It's like my attention is kept systematically raptured by algorithms that know exactly what I want. Or not what I want, just what I'll watch. And the people behind this intelligent design genuinely want to better our lives. But their bonuses just so happen to be tied to keeping time on site exceptionally high. And now even my news apps have been gamified, and what am I, not gonna click that one simple sex tip guaranteed to blow her mind? Wait, where was I, and why have I forgotten to look for that thing I'm supposed to find? And my God, look at the time. It is shocking. But somehow, yes, Netflix, I am still watching. And I know. I should have more self-control. But just to be clear, You just spent $1 million telling me this story designed to cut off at the end, leaving me wanting more. See, of course I want to see what you have in store. See my cursor already waiting there on the screen floor as you tease the next hour in all of its glory. And you'll give it to me, unless I actively abort. See, it seems the decision's already made for me. The countdown clock's moving. There it goes. 5, 4, 3. I need to sleep. But you made me want this more. This is not what I consciously signed up for when I hit play on one episode 6 hours ago. Architects of our digital world. You have more data, information, and control over our attention, the tools to tweak our emotions so we'll return to your experience. But is that what you should do? Or should you build digital tools so advanced they can actually enhance the world outside the device in our hands? Can you add so much value that it lets us put our phones back in our pants as fast as we possibly can? Not time-sucking, time-giving innovation. That's what it means to be truly technologically advanced. The future is not all screens. It's humanity enhanced.
I hope you liked the video. It was inspired by Tristan Harris, who was a Google design ethicist until 2016, and now he leads the Time Well Spent movement, trying to get designers to create apps and services in ways that enhance humanity. They make a distinction between time spent and time well spent. Time spent actually measures success and is used by most digital companies because it is important that we stay on that page for as long as possible. And they even use algorithms to keep our attention. Time well spent, on the other hand, is a new benchmark that focuses on the quality of time. So, what is the idea of this video? It is that our phones should be used to improve our interactions and not to replace them. To be truly technologically advanced does not mean time-sucking, but time-giving innovation. And technology should be built for the purpose of serving us. Do you think you spend too much time online? Here is a link, bit.ly quiz online time and a QR code. I'd like you to pause this lesson and do this quiz now to check, and please be honest. So, do you agree or disagree with the results? Are you surprised? Do you believe you need to change some of your behavior patterns and to spend more time offline? Write your notes. Do you remember these questions from the beginning of the lesson? Do you believe that you now might have different answers? Were you successful when predicting how much control you have over your smartphone use? Do you control it, or does it control you? And what about the results of the quiz? Do you think now that you are addicted to your smartphones? Do you find that you could use your phone more efficiently? Is there anything new you have found out about your online habits and how to put your smartphone to better use? You can pause the video and write down your thoughts. But what can you actually do? I'd like you to come up with at least 3 things you could stop doing over the next week to change some of the negative effects you have identified earlier. And also to name at least 3 things you could start doing or do more of to enhance the positive effects. You can also download a free phone usage tracking app For Apple, it's Moment, and for Android, it's My Addictometer, for example. And in that way, you can be more aware of activities and time spent on your smartphones, and you can find some balance. Your task is to design a mobile app that helps the community. I bet you already have some ideas, and I'm sure you've come across a situation and thought to yourselves, I wish there was an app for that. And now you can design it. Share your ideas, be creative, and be helpful. First, we are going to see an example. A few teenage girls have created an app called Hello Navi. Let's watch a video where they present their idea and their creation. The only question you need to find the answer to is who is this app primarily created for? You can copy the link or scan the code, pause this lesson, and watch the video. So this app is for visually impaired students and their families. Now let's watch the same video again, but in a different way. I'd like you to type in bit.ly hello navi LA, and while watching, pay special attention to the questions that will appear. Now you need to match these questions from the video with the answers. The link is bit.ly hello navi QA. And now it's time to design the app. And how do you do that? You can start with the questions from the previous slide. You can look around and try to identify the problem. You may consider issues in your school community or the environment. You can try to improve the health or well-being of others. Then you need to define your target audience. Who does this problem affect? And how your invention will solve that problem. Then you need to define what your app consists of and how it works. You should also create the name for the app, decide if it's free, and what it looks like so you can sketch it. You can use your notebook or any other tool like Canva, PowerPoint, Pictochart, or Adobe Spark. You can, of course, use any other tool you are familiar with or feel comfortable working with. You can either write your explanations or you can present it and record your voice explaining how it works. When you are happy with your work, you can send it to your teacher to get some feedback. At the end of today's lesson, there is a chart for you to help you see how well you did today. There are 4 statements and 3 levels, definitely, to some extent, and not yet. You need to read each statement carefully and tick the corresponding column for each statement, the one that applies to you. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson and learned something new. And until some other time, bye-bye.